love of musicals. Now you're all looking at Andy and thinking, what a butch guy. I don't for 1 second believe. Andy loves musicals, like, loves musicals. He once said to me, Matt is a witness because we all live together. Matt, he came and said, yeah, lads, I've got Fiona tickets for that dancing show. It's strictly come dancing, it's her birthday, I can't wait. Saw Fiona like 2 weeks later and said, hey, it's nice, Andy get a ticket. She didn't get them for my birthday, he wanted to go, I had to go with him. I loves it. But there's one musical Andy loves more than any other, and it is Grease. Oh. Now you all think you're fans of Grease, right? So we're going to do a little test. This requires some audience participation. Please help me out. I'm on my own up here. I'm going to sing these lines. I want you to sing the red, and then we'll see how you've done, okay? Right, so I'm going to start. Go Grease Lightning, you're burning up a quarter mile. Grease Lightning, go Grease Lightning. Go Grease Lightning, you're coasting through the heat lap trial. Grease Lightning, go Grease Lightning. You're supreme. The chicks will scream. Right, yeah, right, you get the idea. Let's check if you're right. Right, well done. One more. I want all the boys to play Danny. I want the girls to play Sandy. Okay, so I'll be all the boys. Summer lovin', have me a blast. Summer lovin'. I met a girl crazy for me. Met a boy cute to be. Fantastic. I hope we have karaoke later. Right. Okay, were you right? Yes, you were right. Now this is for Andy Parry only. This is a test of a true fan. And this is dialogue, this is no song. I think he knows where I'm going with this. This dialogue takes place just before this famous scene where they get together, okay? I'm going to play the role of Danny. I want you to play the role of Sandy. Okay? Yeah. So, and it's one word. He only has one word. And he says, Sandy! And what does Sandy say back? Can't remember. Well, you remembered when we were sat in the lounge and it was on in the background and you shouted out with no campness intended, tell me about it, stud. Shocking moments in our house. Who knew? And he's married. Anyway. Okay, third. Love of photographs. Ooh. The thing about Andy is he loves taking a photograph that you don't know. But the thing about he doesn't just take photographs of like interesting stuff. Andy will literally photograph everything, and when I say everything, I mean everything. The minute you wake up and you go to sleep. So we had a little trip to Italy, myself and Matt, and this is kind of like give you a little example of the kind of photography Andy does when you're away. That's a steering wheel. Very popular on the continent. Don't really have them over here. But that was nothing compared to his Pierre de Resistance when we went to Canada. There are, according to my statistics, 56 mountains in the Canadian Rockies. Andy managed to photograph, well, 56 of them. So, mountain. Walking to a pub, walking home from a pub, walking home from a pub, walking home, mountain. Petrol station, mountain. Empty pool, mountain. Matt reading the paper, mountain. Lunch, mountain. Oh, hotel getting closer. Always good to have 4 shots of a hotel, you're not staying there. Car park, cars crossing the road. And do you know what, right? He had so many pictures from that holiday that he actually brought out 2 DVDs. 2 DVDs By the end of it...
Fraser, aren't you putting them both on?
I don't think I should show those DVDs. By the end of it, this was it. We'd had enough. No more photographs. So we said, next holiday, we're going to get him. We're going to fight fire with fire. I'm going to get that guy. And the only thing he understands is photography, so I'm going to go for him with the photography. So, we went to Rhodes. Rhodes, beautiful island. But the thing with Andy is, you see, he hangs around in the background looking it's like a little wildebeest waiting to pounce on you. But I was ready, and I said, I'm going to flash this guy. So I ran up, kaboom, in the face. But he was already ready. with me. Now look at the difference here. Look at the fear in my eyes there. Look at Paz. Not even blinking. Not even blinking. Also those photographs. I'm gonna kill him. We're nearly done, don't worry. The fourth. Oh, he loves falling asleep after a pint. Oh, Fiona. Numerous examples. This was us at a wedding, a friend of ours. I still lost. We were in mid-game. That's how interesting my company is. But the thing is that, Andy, don't worry, I'm going to get you a taxi. So I put him in a comfortable chair, came back 5 minutes later. Oh, dear. I mean, he really excelled himself in Canada, though. Back in the car. When we were out, we actually started drawing on him. Came up with a game, first person to fall asleep, we jump on top of him. But my favourite was actually a night out when he was going to Creation nightclub in Hanley. Remember that, Andy? And you got the lion from Sandbach. Fiona, do this. Okay, let's move on. That went down well, didn't it? Fiona's looking at me like, move on, Fraser. Okay, I'll move on. Anyway, that's it. That's the funny bit. I do have something serious to read. I do apologise. Oh, no, I don't. That's a complete lie. I have one more story. And it's today via an earpull. Yeah? Everybody know the earpull who's involved in this stag? Okay. So, what I want to do, very quickly, is I want to tell you about when Andy asked me to be best man, because it leads into some other nice stuff. Basically, it was 2 Christmases ago, I think it was. 2. So let's call it 2. Call it 2. We went down. We have a tradition where we go down the pub in Urmston, and we always have a drink, and all our best friends go. But this time, there's only me, Andy, and Sam, who were there. And it's a true story. Was at the bar. No, it is a true story. And Andy leaned over to me and he said, Fiona's paid for me to have a trip to New York, which was fantastic. And he said, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. And I was like, that's amazing. We did a bit of a man hug. You might have seen it earlier on. And I sat back and I had a drink in my pint. And I started laughing. He said, what are you laughing at? I said, I'll tell you what, mate, I don't envy the guy who gets to be your best man. And he looked at me and said the words I'll never forget. It's funny you should mention that. It's kind of... Okay, so I do have to read this bit. Okay, so now the reason I tell you this story is for personal reasons. Andy has been just a fantastic friend to me for 24 years, through some good times and some bad times. And I'm very lucky to be stood up here today because there's probably 5 or 6 other people in this room alone who could be up here doing it and probably a better job. And that kind of tells you everything you need to know about Andy and who he is. And I don't know where to start with Fiona really. She's beautiful, smart, funny, and easily the best thing that's ever happened to Andy. And you can trust me on that. I've got 24 years. But more than that, the two of them, they just really work. And everybody's here can see that. It kind of feels to me like this is like chapter 2 or 3 in a really big book that they're writing together. But a book with only 2 characters isn't especially interesting. However, because of the privileged position I'm in, I can tell you what an amazing group of friends Andy has. And although I don't know Fiona's friends yet, I have got to know Lisa a bit over the last few months, and if she's anything to go by, then she's in very good hands. But friends are only one part of the list of characters. Family is very much something else. I've had the pleasure, you could call it that, of spending the weekend with Fiona's dad Phil and brother John, who are both great. And having spent some little time with the rest of the family today, I can see that Andy will fit in well with such a wonderful group of people. And I've known the Parrys basically all my life, and take it my word for it when I say Fiona is marrying into a family anybody would be proud to be part of. And just one final thing, on a personal note, I just want to say thank you to Fiona and Andy for letting me be part of today. They know more than anybody what that's meant to me. So, enough before I start. A toast to the bride and groom.